Hey, hi everybody. This is Craig Helm. I'm a realtor in Central Florida with Oakstrand Realty Group, and this is part three of my home seller power tips. And this is a multi-part series. Eventually, we get up to 99 tips in total here. So, starting out with tip number 32, and this title, Financial Difficulty. Uh, Many people think of selling their home is a reason to get rid of financial difficulty. Your house is your only asset, and perhaps the only asset that banks will look at if you apply for a loan. So never sell your house only because you need money. Instead, think about a loan. Tip number 33, your house isn't a hotel. You may hesitate to sell your house because you want your children to have a place to stay when they visit. If you really want to sell your house, this should be the least of your worries. Your grown children can perfectly manage on their own. After all, your house isn't a hotel. Tip number 34, don't let the buyer bargain too much. Never let some smooth talking buyer convince you that your house isn't worth that much. You are the owner of the house. So the price will be decided by none other than the owner, himself, you or her, whatever. Remember that this is a buyer who needs a house, not you. Tip 35, banish your fears. Your fears and emotional ups and downs will only lead to inaction. You are selling your house for making money. This thought will guide you and make you stronger as you go through the steps of the eventual sale. Tip number 36, never let your friends derail you. Your friends may discourage you against selling your home. Don't surround yourself with friends who like to foretell misfortune. These pieces of advice, no matter how well intentioned, have no place in your goals. Tip 37, professional help. Earlier, we provided tips on going around inside and outside your house to see what needs to be improved. Now it's time to inspect your home for hidden defects. You need the assistance of a professional inspector. He will examine those details that can make or break the sale. One of the things to be examined is electrical wiring. A fire caused by faulty wiring is serious business. Sometimes you run into homes that are wired with aluminum wiring and also have the Federal Pacific junction boxes. Some of those boxes have problems, but leave that up to the inspector to determine whether or not that's going to be an issue or not. Tip number 38, the radon tests. Conducting a radon test is a huge plus in the eyes of buyers. The longer the radon test, the more precise are its results. High radon levels can be fixed. Also, do retests and give results to your buyers. And this may or not apply depending on where you live, and in the area of people. Usually, homes that have basements might be more subject to radon. Uh, Tip 39, a well-written report. See whether the professional inspector or home inspection company you engage provides you with a detailed report. Most of them should. A written detailed analysis looks better to buyers compared to fill in the blank forms and checkboxes type of report. A detailed report demonstrates to the buyers that you have done your sacred duty as a seller. Tip number 40, inspect your well if you have a well. If you have a well, have it inspected. Many homes still have wells. Some do, some don't. Again, show the written report to the buyers. Tip 41, percolation tests. If you have a septic system, some homes do in the outlying unincorporated areas, especially down here in Florida, perform a percolation test. If maintenance is necessary, you either repair yourself before you sell or disclose it to the buyers. Tip 42, disclose all defects. Show a written report of all repairs to the prospective buyers. This will eliminate unpleasant findings later that might affect the deal. Disclosure of defects and problems will reduce the time or process leading to the agreement. Non-disclosure of effect you are legally bound to disclose can cause renegotiation of sales price. Don't do that. Tip 43, take copies of reports. Make copies of reports prepared by the professionals. You will need many copies of each report in the future. Show buyers that you are acting consciously and being thoughtful of their concerns. This will make it clear that you are a serious seller. Make sure the dates are clearly visible on all reports. Tip 44, if you are buying a house, after reports made by the inspectors satisfy you, ask yourself, if I were buying this house, what would I want done or repaired? Tip 45, things you should fix. Follow the advice of the reports, or who created reports, or the inspectors, or whatever. There are three categories of things you should fix. One, legally record repairs. Two, little things that make a big difference. Three, big things that make a huge difference. And make sure all these fixes and repairs are disclosed ahead of time to any buyers. And I'm going to do one more here, then I'll conclude as part 3. Tip 46, prevent environmental hazards. Take necessary steps to fix house problems that are environmental in nature. These are invisible hazards that can cause health problems for the buyers. Examples are harmful insulation material and asbestos. This usually is not a case except you've run into older homes. So that concludes part 3 for today. Stay tuned for more home seller power tips as we get up to the final parts of this multi-part series. So take care and have yourself a great week. Bye.